series. As Nathan Shedroff said, design is not just about creating pretty pictures or making things look nice. It's about creating experiences that are meaningful, engaging, and memorable. It's about crafting solutions that are intuitive, elegant, and effective. Interiorverse is a cutting edge platform that transformed traditional design and experience interior spaces. With its immersive 3D technology and integration of AR and VR, Interiorverse offers a seamless and personalized journey for designers, homeowners, and industry professionals. From virtual showrooms to digital ownership and process transparency, Interiorverse empowers users to unleash their creativity and create stunning interiors. It's where innovation meets imagination, transforming the world of interior design. I'm also proud to note that she is alumnus 2015 batch of BCom Christ University.
I would like to warmly welcome our Dean, Dr. Tommy K. Kallarikal, Associate Dean, Dr. Karthikeya Prakasam, and our Coordinator, Dr. Girish S., in their absence. A special welcome to our Head of Department, Dr. Amal Nathan, in his absence, and Mr. Rishikesh, the faculty in charge, who have given their time and dedication in organizing this workshop. And finally, I welcome my fellow mates. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Krishna Singhal, an innovative entrepreneur and creative designer, to share her insights. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Anjali. First of all, I'd like to start by thanking Rishikesh sir for giving me this opportunity to share about my journey. I know the session was supposed to happen offline, but I couldn't make it. But thank you sir for arranging it, online. And like Anjali mentioned, I completed my BCom from Christ University in 2015. It's been 9 years now, and the journey has been really long. In fact, I had no plans of doing BCom, getting a degree in BCom. I wanted to get a degree in interior designing itself, but I ended up scoring really well in my 12th boards. So my parents kept a condition in front of me. They said, get a degree from Christ first, and then you can do whatever you want. And I'm so glad I listened to them because I owe a great deal of my success to this university because it's where I started from. So before I get started, I want to ask you all a question. Ask as in just keep this question. And this was a question we were asked when we were in our final year BCom. And it was, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? So it was, I think we were asked this on a test, and being a BCom student, I could have written anything else. But since I knew what I wanted, I wrote that I wanted to be the best interior designer in the country. And after college got over, I did everything I could to achieve that dream of mine. So, I mean, it wasn't easy, but I gave it my best shot. So, after finishing college, I couldn't wait to join interior designing college. So, I mean, start my interior designing journey. So, soon after BCom got over, I uh, took up a diploma course in interior designing for a year. After I finished that, actually, I managed to finish that within 8 months' time. And post that, I was supposed to join an internship, and we were already told that these fields don't pay you well initially. So we were prepared for that, and my first internship paid me a stipend of just 3,000. It was a difficult thing to accept, but I wanted to learn everything I could about the industry, so I took it up. And soon after my internship, it was for about 3 years, I ended up working for 4 different companies as an interior designer. And by this time, again, the salary wasn't up to the mark. And I knew I could do really well if I had my own design studio. So in 2019, I decided to quit and start my own interior designing studio, just the design firm. And actually, Interiorverse happened just last year. But before I jump into that, I wanted to share the background of interior designing and how this industry works. So it took about 3 years, 4 years time for me to learn how the industry works by working in different companies. I got to learn about their process, about different, all of these firms have different way of working. So I learned how these design firms worked, about the business aspects, and I got to implement that on my own firm. So in 2019, when I started my own freelancing model, I ended up working with a company called LiveSpace. So they had a very good design partner program back then, and I joined them as a design partner, and it was doing pretty well. And by the end of 2019, I had almost 3 projects going on in hand. So I was very confident that this model would work out. But then lockdown happened in 2020 around March, April, when the whole, projects, everything got stopped. All the works got stopped. So, I mean, I took that time in hand to again, polish my skills. I did some online workshops for Vastu Feng Shui, which would add to my existing skills. And about 3-4 months later, I launched House of Singhal. So these 3-4 months I took to create my own brand, create the website, logo, everything to start off on my own. Now, in interior designing, you have two different aspects. One is the design aspect, and one is the execution aspect. So, design, I had learned everything I had to learn about the designing aspect of it. As a freelancer, I used to provide only the designs for interior spaces by then. So, this model was working really well. But the thing is, the real money is in the execution part, and it's not a one-man job. You need partners or a huge team to take care of the execution aspect of it. So when I started on my own freelance model, freelance studio, I used to only provide designs to my clients. So I started posting about my brand, promoting my brand on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and I got pretty good referrals from there. So what happened was that by the beginning of 2021, most of them on my contact list knew what I was doing. So I used to get referrals from them. But the issue was I could only provide them with the designs. I didn't have an execution team in place. So I used to partner up with execution companies who would provide that service to me. But I didn't have an in-house team, which I was really looking forward to. And I think by 2020 is when I started House of Singhal. By 2021 May, I already had 6 projects in hand. So there was good demand and I was doing really well, but I couldn't take it further from there, for which I needed a team. So I was constantly looking for, business partners who could join me or help me out with the execution part of it, so we could make it much more bigger. I used to outsource every one of my services like 3D rendering and execution and a lot of other services which are included in this. But I partnered up with different execution companies who would help me with the execution part. And this continued until 2022. I kept on posting on my Instagram. In fact, in 2022 beginning, my Instagram page hit over 10,000 followers. Again, from there, I started getting more and more projects. So I had a few interns for a while who would help me out with the designs, but that was it. And I wanted to make it bigger than that. So I constantly kept looking for business partners. But at that time, no one was willing to take that risk you need to take to get into a business. So in interior designing industry, when you get a project, let's say you get a lead and then you pitch and then you close that project, that takes about a month's time. The designing part of it takes about a month's time, and the execution takes about two months time after that. So it's difficult to maintain that cash flow for that 3-4 months initially, but when you get constant projects, it gets easier. So I couldn't find anybody who was willing to take that risk of quitting their jobs, get into the business, and give their full time to it. So yeah, until 2022, I had to continue with my freelance model itself. And at the end of 2022, for one such projects of mine, I ended up collaborating with a new company, with a new execution company. So the co-founder of this company, okay, so I'll back up a little bit. In interior designing industry, it is the most unorganized industry in the market right now. In terms of designing, in terms of material procurement, for execution, a lot of other things, this is the most unorganized industry. So we know that there are gaps in this industry that causes a lot of conflict between designer and the vendor, or the designer and the clients as well, because you promise, most of the time this is the case, that you end up promising something, you take a picture from Pinterest, clients say they want that, or even designer assumes that it is possible to do it, but practically it is not possible to do it. So there's a lot of cost differences, design differences that happen. So you can't really pick out a picture from Pinterest and say that you want this, because practically you can't really execute that within Indian budget. People usually don't spend that much. So yeah, so when I met this when I was working with this company for one of my projects, the co-founder was personally involved in execution of this project. So he also knew that there were gaps in this industry, and we both started, discussing about the problems and how we could make it better, thinking of the solutions. So he actually had this idea of starting an AI platform, building an AI platform for interior designers and architects to not just streamline the design process, but to also help clients with better budgeting and with the execution aspect of it, helping carpenters procure the materials and sourcing everything that they need within one roof, one single roof, which no one has been able to crack till date. So this is how we started. It was just an idea in 2022, and I still had my House of Singhal going on. I mean, I was working on it full time. I was promoting the brand because it was just an idea until 2022. And so we had a lot of discussions, and post that we decided to register the company in March 2023. And my co-founder, he left his previous company full time, and he joined Interiorverse full time. So Interiorverse is, the name has been derived from two words, which is interiors and metaverse. So it's a combination of both, because the platform we are building enables designers to design everything in a real-time virtual platform. So yeah, we registered in March. We raised angel rounds from my co-founders. So he's an MBA from XIMB, and he had a good alumni connect. So through his known circles, he raised angel funding, and we registered the company and started working on the product. We started developing the product. I still had my previous projects going on at that time, so I took a while until July. I tried to wrap them up and joined Interiorverse full time in July 2023. So the idea was to get a platform wherein designers could design everything in real-time 3D environment, conduct virtual meetings in metaverse. Let's say you have your avatar as your designer, your clients can come in as in their own avatar, and you can both have the same meeting in an actual room where you're designing with your designs, and you can make those changes. Let's say a client wants to make a laminate in red or gray, you can make those changes right there, which would help you close the design sooner. So earlier the process was, in fact, even now we follow this process of making a mood board first, for which we get pictures from Pinterest or house.com and make them on Canva. And then we design it in a SketchUp software, which is a 3D model, and we design it in that. Then we create AutoCAD drawings for that, and then drawings go to production. But through this software, and this whole process takes about 30 days to create a design, to build a particular design, and a lot of material selection processes involved, which you cannot do on SketchUp because you need to have that look and feel of the material. Without that, it's not really possible to finalize the designs. So this whole process takes about 30 days. And through our platform, we are planning to cut down this design process to just 3 to 5 days, because you are going to get to see the look of the material, not the feel of it, but at least the glossy finish, the matte finishes, everything is going to be visible in that metaverse platform of ours. So this was the idea. But to build this whole product, we would need a lot of time and a lot of funding. So we decided to create an MVP of model of this whole product, which was a smaller showroom. And we created that showroom in which we built that metaverse platform wherein designers and clients could come as their avatars. So it allowed 8 people to be in the same meeting room at the same time, 8 different avatars to sit and discuss your designs. So that was the first MVP that we created. We also had a design tool in place. So like I said, you can't really pick a picture from Pinterest and create that design, right? Practically, it's not possible. So the design tool we created allows a person to design from scratch using plywood planks, which is the actual material used to actually create a design. So we created a design tool, and our metaverse platform was in place by then. This was last year in October 2023. But then for this platform to be fully functional, we needed a lot of other features. So basically, we were supposed to have 6 to 7 features that would fully form a product. Now, this MVP was by itself of not fully functional. So we had to sit and do some brainstorming sessions again. We decided who our target customer is, our first reach of customers, which would be interior designers and architects, because we made this product to ease out the design process. So once we had our target market in place, to ease out the process, we had to list down the journey of a designer. How does a designer start with their designing process? So you get a lead first, and then you have your designs in place, and then you have your budget in place, which is the quotation making. Now, among these two aspects, you have your designing various design tools to create that design. Like you could use Pinterest for mood boards, you can use Canva for the mood boards, you can use SketchUp model for your 3D creations. But when it comes to budgeting, quotation, it's a very tedious task and a huge what is it takes. It's a time taking task. So when it came to quotation making, we wanted to create. Designers currently use Excel to make quotations, and they have to approach various vendors for various products, and these vendors take their own time to get back to you with rates. So in the meantime, when these vendors take their time to get back to you with rates, these clients end up going to bigger companies like Livespace or any other bigger companies who have their models ready in place. So to avoid this, or to make it more easier for designers to get the rates, we decided to create a quotation making software. Now this is an AI generated, what AI enabled quotation making software, wherein we put every product details on it, and put the current market rates of that particular product in that particular city. So this is pan India. Let's say you want to get something in Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore. So you just have to mention the location for which you want that particular product, and the AI will auto generate those rates for you. This took about 3 to 4 months time, and we got the research done. We got the rates from various vendors for different products. We created a drop down menu from which you could select the various products for which you wanted the rates, and we had the platform ready by August, and we just launched it last month. So this launch happened only in Bangalore, but we're looking forward to launching it in Hyderabad, Pune, and Chennai this month itself. So through this platform, it enables designers to have an idea of how much the particular design is going to cost. So let's say you have a bedroom design in hand, and you have a wardrobe there, you have a TV unit, you have a bed. So currently what companies do is they only give you the prices of modular fit outs. Modular as in the furniture that is made in a factory, which is your wardrobe, your TV unit. But when it comes to products like bed, which is loose furniture or custom furniture, for these products, it's generally very difficult to get rates. You have to run around to different vendors, and there is no particular rate that is available. Different vendors charge you differently for a particular product, and there is no base for the charges. They can charge you even 20,000. You can get the same product for 40,000. There is no base or no minimum or maximum limit to which applies to these products. So we gathered the right information for the right material, how much it would cost, and we updated all that rates in the software. So now a designer comes, and if a client wants to just know the rate of how much a particular room would cost, like let's say wardrobe and TV unit and the bed, the designer can put in those rates and give an actual cost. He's saying, okay, this is how it's going to cost for you, along with the electrical and painting works, which are hidden cost. So hidden costs are another big problem in this industry. So let's say you want to get a room design within just 3 lakhs. Firstly, the designer could promise you, even the vendors could promise you that it would, it's possible to do it within 3 lakhs. But once you start the process, once you start making it, you realize there are many other hidden costs, like the electrical cost, there is paint cost, etc. A lot of things for which designers, it's not in designers' hands to give the rates for those. So using the software, you can give end-to-end rates for the clients, so even they are aware how much is going to really cost. That was the whole idea behind creating the software. So this is one of the features that we've launched. This is phase 1, and in order to create that whole metaverse platform, we are launching it in 3 different phases. So phase 1 has already been launched. In phase 2, we are going to have a project management and project management, and the 3D platform, a smaller version of the 3D design tool ready, like wherein you can put in paint and wallpaper finishes. You'll be able to see different finishes. And in the third phase is where we launch the metaverse platform, wherein a designer and client can come together and view what their house is going to look like in a 3D platform. So this is the whole idea behind Interiorverse, and we are building on it. Also, I mean, we got the government funding this year in Jan 2024, and this gave us a runway of about 6 months, and which also helped us work on this tech part of it. And also, we are not just a software platform; we are tech-enabled interior platform, interior designing company. So we are also executing projects. We are also taking up design projects currently, and this is in Hyderabad, Pune, and Bangalore currently. So we while we were building last year in October, while we were still making the MVP of our product, we decided to start taking projects offline as well. I mean, this is the online model, but why not take it offline while you can still generate revenue? So through our offline model, we managed to generate enough revenue to give us the further runway for 6 more months. So we currently have 5 projects in hand, which is going on, and we're also having designers come and use the design platform, the quotation making platform, and it's all going on in place. We already have about 20 designers who are using this platform currently. It's hardly been like 2 weeks since we launched. So we've received a great response from the designers who've used this product. And we are yet to reach out to more people and launch it in different cities. So this has been the journey till now. If you guys have any questions further, please feel free to ask about the whole journey.
Hello, Krishna. Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Before we invite questions, I was wondering, where do you position Interiorverse? Because I keep getting these updates in social media platforms about Godrej and so many other bigger brands who are already into interior designing. So, what is it that makes Interiorverse unique and different from the other players in the market, and where have you positioned yourself?
So what makes us different is we are a tech-enabled platform. We're also doing interiors, right? So we are aiming at building a designers community wherein we enable the designers to create a better to better their business, basically. So we are not B2C right now, we're just B2B currently. And in terms of 3D and virtual platform, it is different because it helps you not just create modular furnitures, but it helps you customize the products. The other companies, I know there are various other companies into 3D platform right now. I think there's some issue with the camera. Yeah. So there are various other companies who are into the 3D building the virtual reality, VR, wherein you can view the designs in VR headset. But our platform enables you to kind of view everything in real-time 3D platform, and you can change those designs right there. So it's not just a VR platform. You can also place an order for that furniture. Let's say you like a particular wardrobe, you can place an order right there. It's not just a design platform, but it's also an execution platform wherein you can place an order for a particular design that you like, or even the entire house. So we take execution projects as well, pan India. We have our teams set up, and we are also providing you exact costing of how much it's going to cost you. There are no hidden costs anywhere. There's complete transparency maintained. So that's how we differentiate ourselves currently.
Right. And who all are the major players in the sector besides Interiorverse? The major competitors is what I'm interested in.
So currently we have the biggest competitor, which is Livspace. It's already a unicorn, and they're doing really well in the modular interior industry. But they've not yet launched their own 3D platform as such, but they're doing really well in the interior industry. So they would be our competitor. And apart from that, there is Prolance. Even this company is into, it's a B2B. They provide this B2B services to designers and architects. to design everything in the 3D platform itself. But that is just a designing model. Another thing that that makes us unique is all of these are SaaS based platform. You need to pay a certain amount, let's say 8,000 rupees per month or so, and we are giving this to our designers at a very very less amount. Initially it's free for quotation making tool, but once we have our betaverse in place, we're planning to have design partners for whom we're going to provide it for free. We're not going to charge them anything, because our main business model is in the execution. We are not going to software, we are not going to sell the software for our revenue.
Okay. One more thing, who exactly is your target audience? Because I'm not really sure how many people are actually aware of the possibilities of these. Probably a little elite, and those who are updated about the AI and other possibilities might be updated. But whom are you targeting, and what exactly is your target audience?
So our target audience is basically interior designers and architects who can use this platform for their design, to ease out their design process. So not just design, but they can also, go for execution services. So currently in this scenario, let's say I am a designer based in Bangalore, but I get a project from Pune. I don't really have any vendor contacts. I have no sources for execution of the project in Pune. So usually in these cases, we end up losing clients from different cities. But we want to enable designers to be able to take those projects from different cities, and this is the platform that is going to help them do that, because you don't have to personally be present in that particular city to be able to execute that. You can design everything online. You can have all your client meetings here, and we'll take care of the execution part for you in that particular city. So our target audience is architects and interior designers, and we are slowly launching products which will help with the execution process. Like the quotation making is already in place. We have a project management app coming up in the next month, which will help them monitor the projects that is going on in execution. And the 3D platform obviously helps with the whole 3D designing of it.
Wonderful. Anjali, I would invite you and others if you have any questions before. Yeah, I think we have Tanu with a question. She has raised her hand. If you have a question, you can unmute and ask.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. So my question for you is, as you mentioned that your business is more B2B rather than B2C. So have you planned going B2C, and do you see also a scope in hiring a interior designer and then giving the expertise or service to customers directly rather than through designers?
Actually, we do have that plan. Currently, we are B2B, positioning ourselves in the B2B sector, but the plan is to go B2C around 2-3 years later. So when we say metaverse, right, it's not just going to be a showroom. We are planning to create an entire city wherein, let's say, we place builders projects like Purvankara, Shobha, Prestige, all of these. There's Prestige City coming up in uh, uh, Sarjapur Road now. So through our technology, it's a new technology that we've built from scratch, which allows us to have a miniature model of those, actually 3D model of those uh, apartments in our platform, and still the software is still going to be light. So let's say you have a customer who's looking to buy a home in Prestige City. He's going to type it on Google. He can visit Interiorverse platform, see the model of 3 BHK, 2 BHK, which is going to be pre-designed by our designers, and he can visit those flats and see for himself what it's going to look like. And another option the customer is going to have is to book a designer to design his home. Let's say you've already purchased the property, and we have a 3D model ready of 3 BHK, 2 BHK flats from Prestige City itself. So we can provide that to the customers to see before they buy. So before they make a purchase, or even after they make a purchase, they can come to the platform, see the model themselves. They can even upload a PDF of their own homes, and our platform is going to build a 3D model of that. So once they do that, they can drag and drop the prefabricated furniture models on the home, inside the home, and see what it's going to look like. if at all, I mean, these days clients are very curious to, design themselves, and there are many other softwares available like My Home 3D Planner, 3D Maker. These allow you to design your own home yourself. So a similar service that we are going to provide, but you can not just design, you can also book a designer on the platform. So we'll have certain design partners enlisted there who will have their own portfolio. So we'll segregate them. Somebody is an expertise in residential designing, commercial designing, so they can come, book for a designer, ask for the, design services, and yeah, that's how they can book for a design service and the execution with us. And like I said, there are two aspects to this field. One is the designing aspect, one is the execution aspect. So these days there are, customers who have their own carpenters with them, who's been working for them for years together, and they want to get the designs or execution done from the own carpenters, but they need somebody to design their home, so they only get the design services outsourced. So in this platform you can come, take the design services, and also get it executed with your carpenters, because we'll give you all the drawings and products needed for the carpenters to do that. So we have that in plan, but it will take some time for us to reach out to the B2C customers.
Okay, and got it, ma'am. Thank you.
I hope nobody has any more questions.
There's
Yeah, Radhika, you can ask.
Yes. Hi, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
my question was that, as you mentioned initially, you just had a plan, you had a picture in mind, and you had no in-house executors. So, initially, it's very important that you have a good control over the quality of the products that you use to design your clients' houses or buildings, right? So, how did you manage to, take care of that and look into that?
So this used to happen through referrals. So I didn't really provide complete end-to-end services in my own name and under House of Single. I used to only design and provide consultancy. So I used to reach out to various vendors, let's say 2 3 different companies, and like I said, everybody has their own price range for a particular product. So I would get their details from them, get a quotation for my designs, and I would connect them directly with the client. So the client has 2 3 options in front of them in terms of quality and the price that is being charged for a particular product. So I would help them see the work of these execution partners and then pick out the best of them. Now, let's say somebody is interested in the most, the team that is offering the cheapest price, they would go with that. If somebody is into more quality work, or let's say they're you know they're liking a company for the area location, their office location, they can pick that. So I would give them 2 3 different vendors price list, and then they would choose it by themselves. But maintaining the quality, I would also make sure that I would visit the site every now and then and ensure that the designs are coming out exactly as I proposed initially. So this was the responsibility we are supposed to take. It's not just designing. If we are connecting them with different vendors for execution services, we have to ensure that the execution at site is happening smoothly. So whenever there is any site visit needed, there is any design changes happening, we have to supervise all of that. So that's how I used to work. And it's a very tedious task, and you don't really get paid for this part, because you're still only charging for the designs. The real money is in execution.
Thank you, ma'am.